However, they can be assistance for Westerners or for NRIs and maybe protect them from potential frauds. I would like a government official to reach out to me.
This is Jash, my husband. Jash was originally born in India but lived in the UK for over 20 years. After our recent move to India, Jash and I made a video to tell our story about our first year here. Recently I have posted this video and it gained a lot of popularity. Whilst I said I loved living in India, Jash had a few pointers that he hoped would get heard by the officials. After many comments from you guys, we decided to film another interview where Jash explained what he struggles with in India, what he sees needs changing, and how government can help foreigners. My name is Agnes, CA by profession, YouTuber by passion. Let's dive into today's video. So Jash, for those that are new here, tell us a little bit about your educational, personal and work-related background.
Hi guys, my name is Jash. I was born in India in 1983 and relocated to United Kingdom in 1996, where I have spent most of my life. It has been up and down in the UK. I went there as a student and my education has been pretty basic. After my education, I had many different jobs. I was in the army for a short period of time and then I worked in McDonald's, I worked in warehouse, I worked as a bus driver, I worked as a truck driver, many more jobs. To be honest, I lost count of the amount of jobs I've had. So I have had a bit of a rough time in UK. So in 2008, I've got married to my beautiful wife and started a family. And during that time, I was still a truck driver. Pay was quite low and it was kind of hand to mouth. So I decided that I had to do my own thing. Further down, I purchased a vehicle and started my own transport business. Financially, things started to improve for us quite rapidly. However, the quality of life declined also quite rapidly, where I wasn't able to give much time to my children. I was out of the house most of the day, sometimes not returning home, for 4 or 5 days. That started to take toll on me physically and mentally. And I realized that the time is flying and my children are growing up and I'm missing quite valuable time.
If you guys are enjoying this interview so far, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also comment below what are you thinking about the interview. So why did you want to actually move to India and why India?
Well, it's a good question. I could have gone to Canada, I could have gone to Poland, and I could have gone to many other countries I could move to. But I thought India was easier option because I'm Indian, I speak the language, I love the food, I love spending time here, I love the weather. It's such a vast country, you can go anywhere and have whatever weather you want to. And also I wanted to teach my children my culture. It's one of the most important things. Not being at home most of the time, I wasn't able to do that. My kids didn't understand my culture, religion, or the language. So therefore, India was an option for them to learn the culture, be together, and have a great education.
So do you think this was a good decision?
Well, at the beginning, I thought it is a great decision. The economy is growing fast. We could come here for a year on leisure basis, enjoy our life, travel, spend some time with children, and then see where life takes us. So after a year, I thought it's a great place. My kids are educationally thriving. They're happy. My boys said to me that, Dad, we want to be here. And I want to be here. My wife wants to be here. However, things are not as easy as it seems. Honestly, frankly speaking, I'm not sure if it was a good decision or not. After a year, as we're eating into our money, we have to do something. And I thought that if I had to stay here, I need to look for a business opportunity. I need to look for, a source of income as something to do, as it's quite hard to kill time and things are very quickly becoming difficult.
Okay, so what sort of hurdles did you actually come across that makes you think that you may not be as willing to open a business, or what's stopping you?
Right, guys, it's quite difficult for me to kind of be open, but I personally think that's the best way forward. Honesty is the best policy. Frankly speaking, I've had a lot of difficulties here, as well as few positive things. Now, I have spent most of my time in Europe, and things are very different in Europe here. So very quickly, I came to realize why Indians are going to Europe. So many Indians here I've made some friends. The first question they ask me, why did you come here? Everyone wants to go to Europe or Western world. Why you decided to come this way? My answer is that, first of all, this is my country. And second thing, it's a fast growing economy and I saw prospect and that I can actually get on the boat in time and prosper. However, things are not as easy and simple. Having a business in India for NRI, it is not easy. Many Indians also mentioned to me that you will struggle to do a business here as you don't understand the market and the mindset of the people here. I'll tell you guys some of my difficulties in brief. So things started off with basic things like PAN card, Aadhaar card. So to have a bank account, you need PAN card. So PAN card was pretty simple because I got a friend. He's quite well established in Madhya Pradesh, and he helped me out with the PAN card. However, obtaining Aadhaar card, it took me almost 11 months. Heartache, headache, back and forth, and met many corrupt officials from Aadhaar card center to collector's office, where it was pretty straightforward, where they said, you want to get this done quicker, you can give us 5,000 rupees, 4,500 rupees, we'll get it done. So you don't have to come back and forth. We will do everything else for you. All you have to do is come to the Aadhaar card center to verify. So I declined to pay. I made myself very clear that I would not pay bribe to anyone. I met with some of my friends, and I, in a meeting, brought this up, that how this is possible with people asking frankly for money, and they thought was that you should pay. This is how everything works here, and you just have to go alongside. But I find it very difficult. So I refused to pay bribe, and it bite me on the ass, where 11 months I had to run around, but I held my ground. I refused to pay. I went to collector's office. They've held my file for a very long time, and I was there back and forth about 4 or 5 times. All they had to do was verify my file. So that took a while until I had to call them and tell them that I would like to withdraw my file and maybe go to a different state, or even speak to the local MP and make a complaint against them. Only then they actually pulled the finger out and got the work done. What I notice here, people tend to go for government jobs, high government jobs, not because the wages is what they can make afterwards. Corruption is pretty frank, is right in your face. There's no denying it. I have a friend whose friend is a police officer. We were out in Mandav on a day trip with lads, about 6 of us, and I brought up the conversation where maybe I want to open a restaurant and I would like to have an alcohol license in there. And he said to me, it will cost you 20 to 30 lakhs for a license. On top, it will cost you 20 to 30 lakhs bribe, which you have to pay to the officials, to the police officials. Opening a simple restaurant, I have to pay bribe to the media, where they will come over and they'll collect. And if I don't pay, they will set up scenes where later they will destroy my business. And it's quite heartbreaking that this is happening, but it is happening here. I don't know about Mumbai or Delhi or other states, but in Kolkata I have family. It's happening in Kolkata, and it's happening in Indore, and it's happening quite blatantly. I have met few individuals who offered me business only to find out later that it is a scam. So over time, it became very difficult for me to trust anyone and kind of play along with the system. I refuse to pay bribe to anyone. Because of that reason, things are becoming very, very difficult.
So what do you think can be done in order to change this?
Right. First of all, I'd like to say that this interview we're doing, I'm just telling you guys about my struggle. So some of you might guys think that I'm complaining and giving you guys a lot of negative things, but it is important to bring this up. You can only fix a squeaky door if you hear it. I think things can be done. Government can intervene. Government's doing a phenomenal job. BJP, Mr. Modi has done such a good job. India has come so far. I have seen personally, because I visit India on regular basis, and every time I come in, there's always improvement. However, there can be assistance for Westerners or for NRIs. Many say, there is foreign money, Indian money in other countries, or Indian money. If everyone to bring the Indian money back, India will prosper. But there's nothing there for that money to come back. We can all say that money should return back to India. I am one of those guys, part of the system. We're living in UK. I'm bringing my hard-earned money to India to do a business here, to give employment, to contribute towards this growing economy. I want to be part of this country. I want to contribute into the system. I want to employ people. I want to be an honest businessman where I pay my taxes. But this is becoming difficult. So I personally think that government need to intervene. They should set up a system. So there should be a department or a system for NRIs. So it makes it easier. I have friends in UK, many Gujarati friends, many Punjabi friends, many friends from Bihar that live in UK or live in other countries. And I speak to them, I ask them, would you move to India? Would you invest in India? No. The answer is no. They have no faith. The first answer is, you'll get eaten alive in India. Log tere ko kha jayenge. And moving here in a year, I realized that don't worry about log, other people. Family members will suck you dry. So they have the fear. If there is a system in place from the government, then people have a bit more trust. So if there is there for NRIs, a department where they can get the system. They say, okay, NRIs coming in, they're going to invest, 5 crore, 10 crore minimum into this country. Therefore, they will be designated with a person where they will help them with their PAN card, help them with their Aadhaar card, and give them the guidance and maybe protect them from potential frauds. So if the security is there, money will come back. But many businesses don't want to invest here is because of the safety. Is a lack of confidence as well. So I think that things can here improve in regards of your obtaining your documents or identification or whatever, passport. Yeah, I think bureaucracy can improve here. I think that India is improving. However, there is things online, but it will take time. I think it should be a bit faster. The process where people don't have to go to a Aadhaar card center, people don't have to go to collector's office unless there is absolute requirement. All this can be cut, and I think it should be removed.
So what are the plans for the future for us, work-wise?
It has to be do or die moment. So this is the final year. I would like to still give a chance, try to do business in India. I am running around, meeting friends, meeting people, looking for opportunities either to invest or to start my own business. However, if things don't work out, we will be packing our bags by March 2025 and going back to Europe.
So if we decide to go back eventually because it has sadly not worked out for us, what are you taking away? Like, what is the main takeaway for you from being here in India?
There is so many positive that we're taking away with us. And first thing is memories. We've built memories and family time, that again, as I said, is priceless and is forever. Second thing is my boys. They are speaking Hindi and I'm really proud of them. So when we're driving, they make comments, Are bhaiya, gaadi jaldi chalao. I was like, what? They're speaking Hindi. So they're picking up culture. Younger one, he does the prayers. Older one speaks Hindi lovely. Arjun's playing guitar. Jay's playing keyboard. They're doing sports. They're thriving in education. So for me, what I'm taking away is a good family values and experience from here. I have spoken to many Indians here that why would they like to relocate to Europe or in Western world, and many do go and don't want to come back again because things are much easier there. There is no corruption is there in Europe. I agree. But it is on a higher level corruption there, but it doesn't affect people down below. However, the corruption here, it does. It affects the poor. It hits the poor the hardest. And it breaks my heart to see people sleeping on the street. It breaks my heart to see guys dragging, this Golgappa, Pani Puri, little radies, what they call. And it breaks my heart to see children not being in school, or it breaks my heart to see children working and not able to enjoy the childhood. I understand it's a big country. I understand the population, but we can't say that India's population is so big, therefore we can't manage, and UK's population so small, therefore they can manage. We can take China, for example, in account. Now look at China, look at China's GDP, look at China's infrastructure. It is way advanced. What we have here, the roads, the buildings, everything, the education system is way advanced than what we have. So we can't use the population as excuse that it is because we have 1 billion, people in India. It has to, I think it's political level, who we are voting. There is too much of religion involved when it comes to political system. Religion should not be involved with political system. I think it should be education. There are people voting here, and I meet them. They're going to vote. Why are you going to vote? Oh, so and so going to build, this temple here or so. There is lot of people, especially the people who are not educated, do not understand why they're voting and who they're voting and what this person's offering. Working on educating people is important, and pointing out what's wrong is important. Let's not, India's great. I love India and it's a great nation. I'm proud of this country. It has come a long way since independent from the British. However, for it to improve faster, we have to point out. We have to say to the government, we have to say to the official that this is wrong, you must fix it. If we don't point out, we will not fix. I asked my wife to put this video out. I'm hoping that, please God, that someone from the government can view this video and maybe reach out to us. I would love to meet someone from the government and kind of put some points out and maybe work with them. I'm free at the moment, to work with them to kind of help improve things or set up something. I really want more NRIs to come to India. I really want more investment come to India. I really want the poverty to be lifted. I really want this country to be seen on a similar level like Europe, infrastructure-wise, as well as education-wise, as well as, day-to-day life. So I want to help, and I would like a government official to reach out to me.
Let's make India great. And the only way we can do that is through highlighting the issues that we're having. So guys, I invite you to please put down all the questions that you have in the comment section below so that I can address this on live Q&A. And I am hoping this will reach to the government officials so they can start improving our beautiful India. I want my children to develop in this country. I want my children to grow with India, and let's make Bharat great. Thank you.